I'll make you the organizer access, but Gautam, you still could see as a presenter. Please try to install the desktop version of GoToMeeting. And Lakshmi and Shweta is fine. I could see as a this one. I mean, even I'm just recording the session. Gautam, in the meanwhile, try to install the desktop version of GoToMeeting. All right. So I just guide you in the last session, right? How to download, how to install it.
Yeah,
GoToMeeting
yes.
desktop version of, GoToMeeting desktop version of, free download. Okay, just type
Okay.
it. You will be able
Yeah.
to download it. Even David, the next session onwards, just download that GoToMeeting desktop version. So I'll
Okay.
guide you how to download it and all. So because it will make you recording the session in your system itself. I don't need to record, and I don't need to send it back to you. That's how the feasibility, right? Yeah. So myself, Kiran David, yeah, I'm just having more than 9 years into data warehousing. I'm working as a DA solution architect for data warehousing practice. Do have like 7 years into DataStage, IBM DataStage. I work for various versions till now. And apart from DataStage, I do have experience with Informatica. I have worked for a couple of projects in Informatica till latest versions. And apart from all these ETL tools, I work for big data for one of the implementation project, and also Tableau. This is all overall my data warehousing experiences. And I'm currently associated with Walmart, and I'm just handling that one more account, which is a bulk e-commerce. Okay, I think you know that, right? Walmart is a retailer word, and bulk is the e-commerce, online shopping and all, right? Yeah, so it's a major part of US, you can see. Yeah. So that is all about myself, David. So could you please brief about yourself? I mean, like long back we had a, we just met in
Yeah,
online.
we welcome
Yeah.
back. We talk with you.
Yeah.
Um, I'm in the pharmaceuticals. I work for a pharmaceutical company.
Yeah.
Uh, I'm in the IT, but not really the big data. We
Okay.
are just in the processing of clinical data and pharmaceutical data.
Okay.
Uh, I work I work for a company
Yeah.
is making pharmaceuticals.
All right. All right. And can you please try to increase your volume from your lappy or whatever it is, David? We are missing out some voice.
Okay.
Yeah. Just try it from your end.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that okay?
It's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, it's enough. Right. Okay, great. Nice to meet you, David, once again. Yeah, Lakshmi, go ahead, please. Lakshmi, something you're trying to say. Lakshmi, go ahead, please. Lakshmi? All right, David. So, since you are, new to that data warehousing, right?
Yeah.
I would talk about more into that, data warehousing experiences. I mean, data warehousing concepts I would teach initially, and then I'll be moving to the DataStage, IBM DataStage tool, which is 9.1. So the latest version of DataStage is 11.3. Okay, 11.3, but I would explain you through 9.1 version. Okay, right, various changes version to version, starting from 7.5 till 9.1 I was here. Even 11.3 also I can give you some inputs where Hadoop, big data has been integrated over the 11.3. That's it, integration. Because IBM Data Stage is a more integrated part. It's a data integration a part. It allows you to the customer. Most of the technologies can integrate with the data stage. That's how we can call it as a. It supports totally data integration. DataStage ETL tool. Right. Not only DataStage, I can talk about Informatica as well. Informatica as also, a full length, supports in data integration part, because it's a coming future is going to be digital area. You can see that it's a huge, vast technologies like cloud and data. I mean, Hadoop, big data. I'm talking about big data. We have it. Big data is just Hadoop is a framework. Under the framework, we could see different big data, Hive, Pig, no SQL, right? So Spark, all these are going to be a small kind of a frameworks, which is, you can say, the components. Each will combine with some transformations. You wanted to do, you have a big data as a source. So big data, after big data, what you can do? You have to do some transformation, which is coming as a big data as a source, as a like ETL, right? ETL, like, do that, right, Lakshmi? Just speak out. Yeah, you can speak out, not a problem. If you type it, I cannot answer you by typing. You just speak out, not a problem. Just speak out. Yeah. So what's your concern? Please tell me. Right. So I'm just talking about, some kind of, I mean, which is very important thing here. So if you have any concern, just let me know. Not a problem. Okay. Right. Thank you. Right. I'm just talking about, yeah, cloud. So even cloud also integration of more technologies into one hub, which is like Salesforce, right? Hadoop, and coming to ETL, DataStage, Informatica, all together will be into the one, Eclipse. That's how cloud will supports. Big data, say suppose ETL stands for extraction, transformation, and loading. But how big data will perform the ETL? If you are inviting big data as a source, something for transformation, extraction, you can do that. Okay, big data, from big data is a source, you can extract huge data. But what about the transformation? You can achieve by Hive, HIV, one of the component inside of the Hadoop. You can do with the transformation, all the transformations you can perform by Hive. Then what about the loading? Again, loading is nothing but you can insert into the database or whatever it is. Then after data warehousing has been implemented, by loading the data into that, either some of the targets. Then what about the reporting? Most of the reporting can be done by the, Pig actually. Pig. It's a data analysis you can achieve by Pig. So this is all, kind of, you can achieve vice versa, but big data is more feasible, upcoming, technology, which is, you can see that 4.5 million jobs are going to be, generating throughout the world in big data. So along with the data stage, that's the reason data stage has been integrated with big data as well in 11.3 version, which is a one stage in data stage. One of the component is called is a data stage. You can call it as a stage. That I'll tell you. I'll show you. It's a BDFS, big data distributed file stage has been integrated. That I can explain you through whatever it is I have it. Okay. But I'm going to train you in 9.1 version. 11.3 and 9.1 is purchasable software. That's the reason my training mostly will go with an 8.7, 9.1 if you need it. I'm going to give you that with the software of some cost. But anyhow, debit and all, so it's a part of you are coming through directly, right? So you don't need to bother about it. Okay, so you are coming as a directly, don't think about what the purchase and all. Just listen up. Okay, right. Fine. So I would, first of all, this is a course content which I'm trying to say that we are going to start with the data warehousing concepts. Okay. So even though you know that, so you may be missed out some of the concepts in the data warehousing. So I'll be completing all these data warehousing concepts by in another 3 to 4 sessions. Then we will be starting with the data modeling. So then data modeling is basically it's a graphical representation of the data. Graphical representation of the data. So Gautam, I think still you are present only. Okay, not a problem. Okay, I'll be sending you this recorded session. Not a problem. Right. So data modeling is just what is your source. Source might be a database, which is either flat file, whatever it is, relational systems. Relational database systems, in case if your source is a database, in case of big data, it's kind of a database, relational database management system, right? So then how you are representing the business, table to table relationship, then you are inviting one table means some table references will be there in other table. So that's how. So you can understand the data model by through your business can be understandable in a such a way like that by representing through data models. Data model is nothing but graphically you are representing your business data. Pictorially you are representing your business data, nothing but yours, which is your source, which is your target, and in middle of where what the transformations or rules you are applying, right? That's how you can see over the data modeling. That it will take almost to complete the data modeling. 6 types of data modelings are there, but out of this, dimensional data modeling is very important. Most of the customers will follow dimensional data modeling. Generally, we are not supposed to do this data modeling because we are not comes under data modelers. Data modeling can be achieved by the data modelers who are your business analysts. But try to understand, as we are developers, we must to understand the what is data modeling, how they are going to do that, right? That's the reason I would be explaining this data modeling in one way, right? And yeah, fine. So it will take another 3 to 4 sessions to complete entire the data model. So out of data warehousing and data modeling concepts will be completed by in another 7 to 8 sessions. Okay, I mean hours I'm talking about. And then we would be starting with the data stage tool. Coming to data stage tool, yeah, Gautam, please be hold on, not a problem. So Informatica also is a one of the part here. So IBM Data Stage tool is basically, we know that it's a GUI based ETL tool, which is a client server technology based ETL tool. Client server, you know that, right? Client is nothing but which is you can see in your system. Server will be resides in somewhere. Say suppose in Google, you're typing something, which is you can able to see it. Google, which is your desktop, you can see it. You're typing something under the, see here, this is my, client, which is I could see something. This is my client. I need some information about California University. Maybe some spell mistakes you can see. California University of Management Sciences. I would like to see this information. Then when I type this, whatever the sentence, whatever sentence I type over here, so I'm just sending to the server. Server will this request. You can call it as a request. This request will go back to your Google server. Google server will respond your request, and it will revert back to you with these many informations about the California University of Management and Sciences. This is all can be this request. Whatever the request you have sent through Google's client, that request will pass to the server. How it is going to be passed? Through network protocols. Through network protocols, this request will pass to the server. Server will take this request and revert back with this many information. See how many informations have reverted. See, this is how you could say, suppose you can say the same data is also client server technology based ETL tools. So you can see you can work with the client components, but see here, this is the client components. While you are installing your data stage tool, data stage designer, just a moment. Right, this is the designer, you can see it. It's refreshing, that desktop is refreshing, right? So this is while you're installing your data stage tool, data stage designer, administrator and director. These are the 3 client components. So these client components are major client components which developer can able to understand. Please remember, every ETL tool, if you go for Informatica, if you go for data stage, if you go for Ab Initio, if you go for data stage, Cognos Data Manager, if you go for any kind of Talent or Pentaho, whatever it may be. So every ETL tools are performs client server technologies. So there would be client components, there would be server components. Server components are, you are not going to see it because it will be resides under the operating system. Only you can see, you can work with client components. Similarly, in DataStage and Informatica also, you could see on desktop client components while you are installing your Informatica or DataStage tools. So similarly, DataStage, while you are installing major client components are administrator, DataStage designer, DataStage director. Please remember, just for understanding, I'm telling you. Okay, right. Coming to every ETL tool, please remember and write down in notes. Every ETL tools perform two types of tasks. One is the administrator task, administrative task or administrator task. Every ETL tools perform administrative task, and another one is the developer tasks. Administrator tasks can be performed by the administrator client components. Okay, development tasks can be performed by the your developer roles. Basically, developers can perform by the developer client components. Basically, administrator, DataStage administrator is to do the administrative parts, and DataStage designer and director will be used for the developers to do their work. They design the jobs and all. Just like a Informatica, you can see that mapping designer. You can see in the mapping designer, workflow manager, workflow designer, right? So you can see that maplet designer, not mapping, maplet designer. All these things are client components, but out of this you could see that so mapping designer is going to be a major part of to design the mappings under the Informatica tool, just like a designer where developers are going to involve. And so workflow monitor will be used as a monitoring whatever you have designed over the data stage designer in the data stage, whatever the design part has been done, so that executions are going to be done over here, right? So then it is going to be status can be viewed over here, director. Similarly, in Informatica also, mapping designer will be used to design the mappings. Then you are executing those mappings that can be monitored through workflow monitor. Similar like data stage. It's not a big deal. It's a one ETL tool. If you learned it, it will be very easy for other ETL tools too. But only the thing is, in DataStage, navigation is very low when compared with other ETL tools like Informatica and Cognos Data Manager. Within the single client component, all your development works are going to be done in DataStage. Very easiest tool, DataStage Designer itself. You are going to do 95%. You are going to work as you are a developer. All the works are going to be performed within the designer itself. But only coming to director, only just you are monitoring. In the monitoring, what you can see that either job is success or not. If not, if it got failed, why it got failed, that can be seen over the log structure, log file structure, or log file, or whatever it is, log structure. That logs will understand you. This is where the issue, because of the issue, your job got failed, your mapping got failed in Informatica terminology. So then you can go back to your designer, you can rectify the issue. That's how all your client components are, which is very easy to understand by seeing those client components under your system. Which is, you can see that it's a client components, right? All together you can see it. And server will respond. Whatever client is saying, server will respond. And it will revert back to the client saying that this is what the issue, due to that your job got failed. So that will be monitored through director. Okay, right. So this is all about the just framework which I'm talking about. And coming to this part, my course content will understand you each and every in data stage. Especially, I would be covering all the real-time scenarios along with the data stage architecture, starting from data stage history, architecture, each client component responsibilities and roles. At the same time, data stage designer, what are the stages in our real time we are going to cover. Apart from that, we are going to cover most of the stages. Okay, and also I'm just going to introduce XML stages in data stage. XML stages, which is very important for the new projects, because most of the projects are coming with the XML stuffs and Excel sheets, unstructured stage that we are going to see that. Okay, unstructured stage means that Excel files, right? Semi-structured. There are three types of source systems you will have: structured, semi-structured, and unstructured. Structured means either it could be table or whatever it may be. either text file or something. It's in a structured framework. But semi-structured means maybe which is you can understand or may not understand. It's vice versa. XML and HTML, all this comes under semi-structured. But unstructured means it's not structured. Some images and all, how you can achieve. So there is a huge data. Images are going to be barcode systems. Images will be reverted as a source in the system. It will be read as a barcode. Barcode we can't understand. It's an unstructured format. Otherwise, apart from images, you can see that some pages, right? So unstructured data, how you can handle it. So there are ways actually. So, but generally we are going to see that most of the cases structured and semi-structured. That is, semi-structured means XML. Structured means either flat file or else database. So every ETL tools will easily, retrieve the data from either structured format or else semi-structured format. Structured in the sense either database format, otherwise flat file. Flat file means exactly TXT format, whatever it is, CSV, comma separated value format, whatever it may be. But semi-structured also comes under flat file here, XML. XML also comes under one of the flat file, but it's a semi-structured format. So your ETL tools will extract the data either way of structured or semi-structured. So every ETL tools will retrieve or extract the data from two types of source systems. One is the database and another one is a flat file. So that's how I'm just going to explain today in that session. Right. So I think most of the your team guys know. I mean, team knows that what the basic architecture of the data warehousing. So every source system. Say suppose I am working for a Walmart. Walmart is that global retailer, right? So different regions there do that. Every business, region wise, they are going to store under one of the source systems, right? One of the source systems means this is for European region. All the business is going to be European region. Maybe European region, they're Europe. Okay, they are using database as Teradata because huge 13 or 14 countries are available in the especially. So they are all the data they are maintaining under Teradata, all the transactions, daily transactions. So customers will visit to the Walmart, particular location of the Walmarts. They'll purchase some goods, even some vendors information. Vendors means who will take bulk goods from Walmart. They'll try to sell the products from their stores, their own stores, and some profit they'll revert back to the Walmart, and some profit they'll keep it with them. That's how the business. And vendors, apart from vendors, suppliers. These are the retail business terminology. Suppliers means who will supply some goods to the Walmart, because Walmart cannot do all the cropping, right? So just say suppose like some vegetables, they don't have the lands, or they may not have such a lands to cropping all the vegetables and all. So then what they are going to do, that they'll get the vegetables and all from the farmers. They'll try to purchase daily supplies will be there, some mediators will be there. They'll get all the products from the farmers, or whatever the vegetables and all, fruits, right? All these items, instant items, they are going to purchase from the supplies, daily supplies. So all information is going to be stored under one of the system: vendors information, suppliers information, even customer. I visited to the Walmart of Switzerland, Swiss location. I have visited to the Walmart. I tried to purchase some goods. So I'm just customer. I visited to the Walmart. My information also going to be stored. My bill number, my whatever that amount I purchased, everything is going to be stored under the one of the location of European. It will be stored as a as a transaction. It's a transaction like that. All the European region transactions are going to be stored. Daily transaction. What I am trying to say, that please listen. Daily transaction. Every day, the morning they'll start the stores. My morning 9 o'clock till 9 p.m. After 9 p.m. what they are going to do? Back office, Walmart back office will collect all the bills. Whatever customers, we have given copy of the customer copy, and one more copy is merchant copy. You know that, right? If you visit to the any retail business, Two copies will be generated from the printer. One copy is the customer copy, another one is the merchant copy. Merchant copy is for their reference, the Walmart references, say suppose. Customer copy for your reference, you can take it with you when you go and purchase your items. This is how the business will happen behind everything. I'm talking about the everything is surrounding you, what's happening. So data warehousing is just real time. It's a real time. What's the business happening? So nothing. It's a hiding. It's not just generally what's happening in surrounding you. It's same thing we are implementing in the data warehousing. That's it. Okay, fine. Here daily transaction data like that. Say suppose morning 9 a.m. to till 9 p.m. Some customers might have visited it. Say suppose in terms of the dollars, US dollars, $1 lakh business happened entire the European region, 13 countries or 14 countries. Say $1 lakh. I'm just minimizing 1 lakh business happened. Then how they are going to say that $1 lakh? Who are the customers visited to the different countries like UK? Different Swiss. And if you go for all these countries, they are going to all Walmart centers based upon the time 9 a.m. to till 9 p.m. based upon the locations of time. They'll collect all the bill numbers. The back office after 9 p.m. they will close the stores, but back office will work on summarizing the sales. Or they'll collect all the merchant copies of every customer. Every customer bill will have it in the down the line. You can see that suppose you visited to the Walmart, you try to purchase some grocery items like rice items or else wheat items like bread, jams, whatever it is. Your bill down the bill, you can see that total bill amount is something like $125 or something $200. Total quantity of products. Say suppose 6 products you try to purchase. Each product quantity and price. Each product product ID, quantity, product price. Each product will have a product ID. Please remember, product ID is the primary key. Each product will have that. How they are going to swiping machine, how it is going to identify. They are going to put your product into the swiping machine. Swiping machine can readable. It will enable the product ID and it will be generating on the printer. Okay, product ID is very important here. Each product ID number will be there, product name will be there, quantity will be there, price will be there. But down the line you can see the TIN number. Your product total amount will be there, and also top of the bill or down the bill you can see the TIN number. TIN number is nothing but a transaction number which is unique for your bill. It's a customer bill number which is very unique. That bill number is going to be stored in the data warehousing system along with the total sales amount for the particular customer. Like that, all the bill numbers they are going to take out. Who will take out? The back office of Walmart will take out after closing the store location of that particular day. Still back office will work. After 9 p.m. those people will work. They'll collect all the bill numbers, merchant copies, and they'll just cross verify. Okay, this bill number got $126. Another David's bill number is something like $200. Shweta's bill number is $125 again. Lakshmi's bill amount is something like $250. Like Gautam's bill amount is $100. So they'll collect all the total bills, okay, the bill amounts, and they're going to generate a total sales amount from the particular location of European region. Like that, they'll collect all the location towards who are the customers are visited. They'll make it as a total European region. Total sales amount is this much, $1 lakh. That's how you can achieve, how you can summarize all these things. You are going to introduce ETL tools to make the summarization. ETL tools will extract all the daily transactional data into this ETL process in this staging area. You can call it as a process area or a staging area. So this is the ETL area. ETL stands for extraction. What you are extracting? Your different source systems data, daily transaction data you are extracting. Then you are integrating. Integrating means European region. This may be that Asian region or Pacific Asian region, whatever it may be. They are maintaining DB2 database. Okay, this is for Americas region. They are using something like Netezza database. You might have heard about Netezza database, okay, which is very fast and quick rather than SQL, Teradata and all. most of the projects are migrating from other database to Netezza right now. Okay, so this is all, you will come to know this later on. Okay, fine. See, this is all the database. Please observe this, everything is going to be database. Okay, everything is database, but DB2 will be in the some other format, Teradata will be in other SQL format, Netezza will be in another syntax format. Databases only, but some syntax will be different. Okay, so but all the data should be integrated because it's a different region, timings will be the different, Asian timings will be the different, America's each zone will be the different, CST, Eastern, PST, right, different zones, but all you are making into the one formatted, to make the one formatted data or to make the structured formatted data, you are going to invite into the ETL process, where ETL process will do that extraction of all your source data, and it will make the transformation in the sense, here European transactions, daily transaction, Asian transaction, America's transactions are going to be you are making into the summarization. Total sales amount is going to be, say suppose $2,05,000, 2 lakh, say suppose all the region of the data 2,05,000. It's very less amount anyhow, for your understanding I'm just talking about. They'll do that, millions, 50 millions of, 5 millions every day, 1 million, 5 millions every day they'll do the business. Walmart, use retail one. Anyhow, ETL will perform extraction of what your data, disparate source systems. Disparate means different source system. Teradata, DB2, it is a disparate source systems, means different source systems data. You are going to extract into the one area called ETL staging area, where you are applying the transformation. Transformation means here Teradata will be the something different, which is like one different time zone. It's a time different zone, but you are making it a one time zone, you are maintaining one time zone based upon the loading into the data warehousing. Before loading into the data warehouse, you are maintaining one time zone. At the same time, you are summarizing the data is very important, where you can achieve only through transformation. Summarization do aggregation. Summarization is nothing but aggregation. In Informatica, you will do that aggregation. In DataStage, you will do the aggregation. Aggregation is nothing but not only summarizing the data. You wanted to go for average sales. You want to go for max of sales. You want to go for min of sales. You want to see that exponential of the sales. Everything can be. You can see all the functionalities over through transformation. Transformation is nothing but converting the data from one format to business required format. Business is nothing but your data warehousing system. Your data warehousing system is required one format. To make into the required format, you are going to introduce ETL tools. ETL tools which forms extraction, transformation, and L stands for loading. Loading into where? Your data warehousing. Your data warehousing is now consistent data, which is a perfect data, which is a all consistent data means, consistent means which is a formatted data, which is business required data is having. So that can be achieved only through ETL tools, any ETL tools. So now you have loaded the data after transformation. Transformation is nothing but converting the data from one format to business required format. What the business required format? How do you know that? Once you join into the project, business will tell you. For this, we are going to middleware. We are going to introduce ETL tools. Okay. Now your data warehousing has consistent data, which is historical data. Historical data not only this is the daily data which we are pulling the data through ETL, but maybe we are past 20 years. Past 20 years we are doing the same thing. Say suppose all the 20 years of summarized data will be stored under your data warehousing system. So all the way your data warehousing system can store what kind of a data? Summarized data, historical data, past and 20 years data you are storing means historical data you are maintaining into the data warehousing system. So not only this one, once you load the data into the data warehousing, you cannot do any edit, you cannot do any update under the data warehousing system. Why? Because once you load the data into the data warehousing system, you are not permitted to, because it's very sensitive data, which is a business data. You should not be do anything else changes over there. So that's the reason it's a read-only data, read-only database, or you can see only read-only data. Then how can you change the data? Again, it should come from your operation system. I mean, daily transactional data. As a daily transactional data, it should come as a changed data through ETL. It will be loaded into the data warehousing system. Then in data warehousing system, what you can see that previous data, you can see that with the changes also, you can see the current data. That's how historical data you are maintaining, previous data to current data, whatever you can see the changes that you can see through history of the data. Sales of a product price was last year some $1. Now the same soap product price got $1.25, 2.25 got changed last year to this year because of GDP values. Because of the GDP to maintain the price got changes. So you can see that previous record, previous year was $1. Now the current price you wanted to maintain as a $1.25. You can see it. Maybe next year $1.5. So that's how you are maintaining the history. That's how you can see you are very feasible. Whenever you require last before years data, that you can pull the data from data warehousing system through reports. You can generate the reports. So after data warehousing implementation, you are going to use reporting tools like such in the market is best reporting tools are available. All the data customers, end users will see the data through reports for their analysis. Okay, last year product price is this one. So this year we have to increase the product price. So in order to maintain the GDP values or in order to increase the business, what we have to step, we have to increase the sales or else we have to decrease the sales in order to increase our sales. So that can be analysis. That is going to be an analysis. So you are making the decision. That's an analysis. How you are making the decision? By analyzing the data warehousing data which is stored under data warehousing. That can be achieved only through reporting tools, which is called reporting tools or business intelligence tools. So always your data warehousing, after data warehousing system, your business intelligence tools, which is called data analysis, is going to be done by your reporting tools. Reporting tools are business intelligence tools. Right, before BI tools, your data warehousing system is going to be implemented. Before data warehousing system, your ETL will come into the picture. Before ETL, your daily transactional data, which sources systems are maintaining, that source systems are going to be called what? Lakshmi, what you will call daily transactional data which you are maintaining under the system? The source systems are going to be called Shweta, Gautam, you are there. Operational.
Yeah, operation.
Just left. Okay. You just already you forgot about this one. Operation system. Which systems are going to be maintaining daily transactional data or day-to-day transactional data? If you know that the bank will daily lakhs of Bank of America, right? If you have a Bank of America account from morning 9 a.m. to till 9 p.m. Sorry, 6 p.m. Evening 6 p.m. the bank transaction towards the world, the bank transactions will happen. So daily transaction first initially they are going to store under one source system, then later on they are going to store under data warehousing system. After end of the day all the transactions are over. Okay, say suppose David is having a account with the Bank of America, so he is doing some transactions, whatever the transactions he made, like through net transfer he made some transaction, through ATM he made one transaction, and directly visiting to the Bank of America he made one more transaction within the same day itself. All transactions are going to be summarized through ETL because same customer, David, customer ID is same, but transactions, the way of channeling is different. Channel in the sense in banking or finance terminology, different. Net transfer, directly visiting to the bank, and ATM through ATM. This is all called channels in banking terminology, finance terminology, channels. So different channels he made the transaction, but by end of the day it should be summarized what the available balance David is having by end of the day. That the bank customers need, bank managers and bank customers need as a report by end of the day. So all David made 3 transactions, that will be through ETL, it will be summarized. By end of the day, it will be stored under the data warehousing. Data warehousing will have a timeline. By 6 o'clock, all transactions will be closed. After 6, the cycle will run. Daily transaction cycle will run. Cycle run means, so all the transaction, the same customer made 2 or 3 transactions, that will be summarized and that will be stored under data warehousing. This David is having, by end of the day, in his account, $2,000 is amount is having the balance. That will be showing in a database terminology, because data warehousing is a database. It's a RDBMS system. But business users, business clients can't understand whatever you stored under the data warehouse, because in database terminology they'll have only functional knowledge. Then this data through data tables, you are going to pull it through reporting tools, and you are going to generate as a report. Reports does not require any table knowledge or database knowledge, just showing in a just a graphical representation. It's a visualization. What this amount, what just numbers only, we can see that. Okay, so then by end of the day, the bank will understand that these many customers, these many accounts, balances are available. So every bank, location of the bank should have minimum balance amounts by end of the day, because bank will be in that NASDAQ, trading, NASDAQ or NASCOM, based upon India, NASCOM and all. They should be into that trading. By end of the day, this much of balance should be there, every NASDAQ. So okay, so everything you should have the maintained. Bank of America should have 3 million of amounts, dollars, US dollars should be there. Say suppose everyday balances, whatever it may be. If they lack in the amount, immediately they'll get the amount from the different vendors. So this is all the business behind. This is happening basically. So all the way, data warehousing is going to be stored in the data, into the data warehousing in database, but all business users will not have the database knowledge. That's the reason this data will be pulled through reports. You are going to see as a reports. Visualization will be there. There easily they can understand, okay, yesterday this was the sales amount from the Walmart location of throughout the world. Say suppose 50 lakh dollars happened today. Today we got only 45 lakh, 5 lakh dollars. We have differences. We can see that. Okay, Thanksgiving is over. That's fine. Let it okay. So again, the weekend is coming, Saturday and Sunday. Next Saturday and Sunday. In order to Saturday and Sunday, most of the customers will visit. We are just hoping for the best. Okay, in order to increase our business, what we can make the decision, what we can take the decision, that can be achieved only from the data warehousing system. That only through reports you can see it. So only through reports you can make the decision. You can make the decision, or you can take the decision in order to increase our business. Say suppose Walmart, they'll provide, okay, the next Saturday and Sunday will give a best products, best offers to the customers. The purchase, buy one get one free. Otherwise, on bill amount, if anyone crosses like $500, so we are going to give 2% cashback offer. These promotions, we are providing the promotion. That's decision can be made by the business users or business business users. That can be only in order to increase their business, or in order to do the business well. They are going to take all the decisions only through by understanding the reporting tools. So only reporting tools are how you can making this data, because of data warehousing. Because of this data warehousing, you are just showing the data through reports. That's it. Which is business users can understand, either Excel reports, either dashboard reports. So the best industrials in data warehousing reporting tools are Tableau as of now. Tableau. And next is OBIW, Oracle Business Intelligence Enterprise Edition. And the next one, I can say that as per my knowledge, let me think of, but Tableau is the first place, OBIW is the next. Okay, next it's we can say that ClickView is somewhere. But last year it was good actually, but now it's down the line. Tableau is from past 2.5 and 3 years, it's in top position as per Grand Chart reports. Okay, OBIW is a forever tool. It's nothing but SQL Analytics. It's the oldest tool. SQL Analytics only. But Oracle acquired this SQL company. Analytics, right? Analytics. Oracle acquired this product. Then they renamed as OBIW. Siebel Analytics we used to call SAE. Siebel Analytics. Siebel company was acquired by Oracle. That's the reason they renamed as a OBIW. It's a almost 15 years back product, Siebel Analytics. When I started my career in 2005, I could see the Siebel Analytics only. So then 2008, I guess, Siebel was merged into Oracle. Then they renamed as OBIW. And upcoming reporting tools are there, but I don't say that. But as of now, try to understand the business. Tableau and OBIW is the fast going. Even you have a Hyperion and all, but it's a vast reporting tools. You can't understand if you go inside of the tools. You have to learn, keep learning. That's it. MicroStrategy is the best reporting tool, but it's very costliest tool. That's the reason you don't see much projects in these tools. MicroStrategy is a wonderful tool, like Ab Initio. Ab Initio also very cost in the ETL side. It's a best ETL tool, one of the best ETL tool, like Informatica and DataStage. It's in third position. Why? Because it's cost wise very high. Users can't afford much money for multiple users to purchase the product. That's the reason they are not going. So that's the reason the best ETL tools as of now in the industry is Informatica and DataStage. Coming to reporting end, as of now, Tableau and OBI, lots of products are there. You will see all this list, okay? But as of now, the good in market is these two in the ETL, these two in the reporting area. Okay, this is how pretty basic architecture of data warehousing. And one more thing here, I'm talking about while you are taking the databases, you might be having the source as a flat file as well. Flat file means .txt. It's a flat file. Either it could be a .csv, comma separated value file. Otherwise, it might be a .xml. Lots of flat files are there. Databases means you can say that whatever it may be, Teradata, right? Oracle, Netezza, right? MySQL. But all these things comes under etc. Okay, so all things comes under databases. But coming to flat file means anything. It could be like text. So your source systems might be two formats. Okay, either in database format or else flat file format, .csv, .txt, .xml, okay, .cfd, COBOL file definition format, COBOL, and now Excel sheets, okay, and even you can say that what else we have. CSV is done, text is done, XML is done, CFD is done, Excel is done, and what else? Okay, so anyhow, so we have still some more, but anyhow, so your source systems either into the two formats, either database format, otherwise flat file format. If all your source systems are all in the database format, Netezza, Teradata, and DB2, then your source systems are going to be called internal source systems. That I explained to you last time, right, Lakshmi?
Yeah.
Right. Internal source systems. Your operation systems are two types. Okay, one is internal source systems. Another one is external one. If your source systems other than databases, say suppose this is going to be text flat file. This is also CSV flat file. This is also XML flat file. So if your source systems are into the form of flat file, then your source systems are going to be called external source systems. Okay, why it is called internal and why it is called external? Databases are internal means because your data warehousing is a database, then definitely it will expect your source systems in the form of database. Then definitely internal. External means out of database. Whenever the source systems are looks like a flat file format, then external source system. So your operation source systems are two types: internal and external source systems. So based upon the source systems, I'll take one more, I mean, another 5 minutes session only. Just so we wait, okay? Right. Based upon the source, I mean, source types, again, we can classify the source systems into two types again. Classifications of the source systems. One is homogeneous source systems, and another one is the heterogeneous source systems. What do you mean by homogeneous and heterogeneous? Homogeneous means is nothing but all your source systems either into the database, otherwise flat file. All your source systems either into the databases, Teradata, DB2, Netizen, otherwise in case all your source systems all are into the flat file format only, .txt, .csv, .xml format only. It's none other than. So only two ways, either all into the database or into the flat file. Then you can call it as a homogeneous source system. Homogeneous means it's the same format. All are into the database, otherwise all are into flat file. Heterogeneous means combinations of the database and flat file format. Your source systems are here, you can see Teradata, you can see DB2, but here you can see XML. Combinations of the source systems, you can see here databases and flat file, then source systems are going to be called heterogeneous source systems. Homogeneous means only one format, either database, otherwise flat file. Heterogeneous means combinations of your databases and flat file format, you can call it as a, the source systems are going to be called as heterogeneous, but 99% you will see in your data warehousing implementation heterogeneous source systems only. 99% you will see as a heterogeneous. You will receive the data from heterogeneous source systems. Combinations of the databases and flat files. That's how you can derive your operational source systems, your source systems. I'm talking about operational source systems. Operational source systems are nothing but daily transaction data or day-to-day transaction. Every business, retail, if you talk about Walmart, everyday business, by end of the day, they'll go for total business, right? Banking, everyday, whatever the products like credit cards, debit cards, loans, mortgage loans, right? Personal loans, whatever the amount we have given to the customer, whatever the amount we got as a credits, like I mean interest rates and all, they're going to calculate. If you go for healthcare, right, Novartis and all, right, Pfizer and all, daily, they'll go for sell the, products, healthcare products, whatever the amount we got. So every domain needs, end of the day, sales is a major point. Every business is going to run on sales. That's how you have to understand, right? So by end of the day, they need the whatever the amount we got generated by selling these products. That's how they need it. That's you can achieve by sales. Sales is a key point for every domain. You will see in every business. To make the sales, what is the subcomponent? To make the sales, what you require? Products, right? Products, time. On the particular day you are selling these products means time is also important, products also important. From which location? Location also important. These three are the major key points to generate the sales. Please understand what I am trying to say, that it's general, general thinking. Just to make the sales, we need the products, we need the time, we need the location. Even we need the customer. Because of the customers only we will get the sales, right? Am I right? Shweta? Lakshmi? General question, right? Yeah, right. Yeah. So David, are you getting what I'm trying to say?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So this is all about the entire the data warehousing architecture, and we still have two more architectures. So before proceeding, we'll see tomorrow. The same time we are going to connect. Anyhow, I'll drop an email to you guys once again to reminder. Use the same meeting link. You have to use same meeting link till I specify the new meeting link. Okay. Any questions here? David, first of I'll go with David first.
I don't have any question, but I think you guys started. Everybody didn't start today.
Okay. So actually, David, the first session was over day before yesterday, but yesterday it was not happened. Okay. So this
Okay.
is, you can consider as a second session.
Oh, okay.
Okay, second session, but which is I covered once again. The first session to second session I covered today. Okay,
Okay.
right. So you will get the recorded session. You will get the recorded
Okay.
session. You don't need to worry. I would be sharing this recorded session because I'm